Welcome to the MuleSoft video in our FlexDeploy learning series. In this video, we will explore FlexDeploy's solutioning for the MuleSoft Anypoint platform. MuleSoft provides business agility to companies by connecting applications, data, and devices both on-premises and in the cloud with an API-led approach. Unfortunately, there are challenges with build and deploy automation that Mule doesn't fully address. MuleSoft provides flexibility and choice for deployments across on-premises and cloud implementations, Cloud Hub, Anypoint Runtime, and Standalone Enterprise. Handling MuleSoft deployments is not the same across servers, and managing the properties across the environments can be a challenge. When changing properties, it can be difficult to tell which applications need to be redeployed, and there isn't clear visibility into what has been deployed where, when, and by who. Securely managing properties is also challenging. For example, using property files or POM files can pose security risks. As customers evolve their MuleSoft subscriptions from on-premises to cloud or implement a hybrid model, the power of flexibility and choice can be offset by the difficulties managing the environments. In this video, you'll see how FlexDeploy addresses these challenges and automates your Mule development and deployment processes. FlexDeploy is a DevOps and continuous delivery platform which orchestrates and automates key processes including provisioning and configuration management, build and continuous integration, deploy, test, and release across test and production environments. FlexDeploy provides plugins and integrations for many open source and commercial products, such as Oracle eBusiness Suite, Salesforce, and ServiceNow. Using FlexDeploy for MuleSoft increases productivity, speed, and quality, while reducing the cost and risk associated with implementing and maintaining MuleSoft-based solutions. Deploying and managing MuleSoft applications and domains with FlexDeploy leverages comprehensive environment and property management and workflow orchestration to automate deployment and server management activities. FlexDeploy provides the controls and visibility required to effectively develop within and administer MuleSoft implementations across on-premises, cloud, and hybrid architectures. Let's start at the beginning with source control management. FlexDeploy works with your existing source control management system, such as Git or SVN, and helps implement best practices related to branching and stream management. FlexDeploy can tag your code at build or deploy time so that you can be certain of what source code is in which environment. The commit logs between builds include who made the changes, when, and where, and are shown in FlexDeploy with additional information about each build. FlexDeploy supports on-demand and scheduled builds, as well as continuous integration. For continuous integration, FlexDeploy can pull your SCM for new changes and trigger automated builds and deployments. Simply select the CI tab and click Create to add the trigger of your choice. A principle of FlexDeploy is build once, deploy many. We believe the best way to guarantee successful production deployments is to deploy the same builds across all environments. The build artifacts are versioned and stored in an artifact repository. The deployment will alter any properties as needed so the code can work across environments. When a Mule application is dependent on other components or other Mule applications, it is easy to maintain those dependencies using FlexDeploy. Property management is also included in FlexDeploy builds. The properties files are picked up at build time and then replaced at deployment time to apply the environment-specific properties. FlexDeploy automates deployments to any Mule installations, including Cloud Hub, standalone servers, groups, or clusters, with or without Anypoint Runtime Manager. FlexDeploy provides features such as deployment windows, notifications, and approvals, which allow controls to be configured to align with change and governance policies. For example, when changes can be made in each environment, who has authority to make changes, and when approvals are required prior to a deployment being executed. Windows are time slots that control when a deployment can occur. Perhaps an environment is being used for testing during the day, and you want to ensure stability of the environment during core business hours. As you see here, a deployment window has been created in the QA environment, which ensured deployments can only be executed daily at 6 p.m. If a code move is needed outside the window, approved users can allow it to proceed at another time. FlexDeploy includes a notification engine and has the flexibility to notify users every time a build occurs or only upon success or failure. The notification system is configurable, including project and user-based notifications. For example, this notification will email Sally Williams if a deployment to production fails or is completed. Approvals, on the other hand, are requests for permission that must be answered before a code move is allowed. In this application, production deployment needs to be approved through ServiceNow or by a member of the FD Managers group. Deployment to the QA environment must be approved by a member of the FD Operator group. The FlexDeploy approval engine integrates seamlessly with popular issue tracking and change management tools such as Jira and ServiceNow. If an application's lifecycle ends, it can be undeployed with FlexDeploy. If an instance is spun up on CloudHub, it can be shut down to save money. The sizing of the CloudHub server can be changed at deploy time as well. FlexDeploy includes a test framework which allows the deployment process to easily incorporate test automation into the deployment lifecycle. The tests are triggered after the deployment and can be configured to run different tests in each environment. The test results are stored in FlexDeploy, making it easy to review before promoting to other environments. In addition, notifications can be sent that indicate whether the test passed or failed. FlexDeploy supports many testing types and tools, including unit testing, integration testing, smoke testing, system testing, and performance testing. The Mule plugin operations reduce complexity for development and operations activities and eliminate the scripting that would otherwise be required to automate the provisioning, server management, and deployment-related processes. Examples include creating Mule standalone servers and clusters to help expedite environment setup and ensure consistency across environments. The Mule plugin also provides operations for starting and stopping servers and clusters, which can be used on demand or on a scheduled basis for maintenance activities. Workflows can be as simple as invoking a plugin operation or two by dragging and dropping them onto the workflow canvas. Workflows can also be designed to handle more complex automation scenarios. With FlexDeploy, the operations team can easily manage environments and Mule instances, managing environment properties like database username and password from within the FlexDeploy UI. There is no need to keep these values in your Mule applications. Don't check them into SCM or paste them on the company wiki. FlexDeploy automatically adds these properties while deploying to each environment. Secure properties can be defined as encrypted in FlexDeploy, and they will be secured during the plugin operation and hidden in all logs. Now let's see an on-demand build and deploy in action. As you've seen, we have already configured FlexDeploy to communicate with the Mule environments and configured the projects for the source control management and build and deploy workflows. At this point, it's as simple as clicking a button to execute a build. While this build is running, we can look at the workflow execution details and see the workflow in action. Now that it has completed, we can go back to the project screen. This project was configured to execute a deployment to the development environment after a successful build, and you will see that the deployment has kicked off. While the deployment is executing, let's head over to the dashboard to see the visibility you get with FlexDeploy. The dashboard provides real-time visibility and can be filtered by environment, application, or project. The current activities show what is running now, and you can drill into those projects to investigate problems such as long-running builds, deploys, or tests, and troubleshoot as needed. In addition to insight to current activities, you also have access to historical data and test results. Heading back to the project screen, you can see the deployment to the dev environment was completed successfully. FlexDeploy helps automate your Mule development and deployment processes, incorporating best practices at every stage to improve the speed and quality of software delivery. FlexDeploy also supports many other commercial and open source tools and technologies, making it truly an enterprise platform. FlexDeploy is for any team that wants to deliver better software faster and for less cost and risk. With one platform, users have an automated and standardized approach to provisioning, building, deploying, testing, and releasing changes across all environments. For more information or to schedule a demo, go to flexagon.com/flexdeploy.